All right, I want you to look over here and see that we have 7 hours. This says 19 hours for me because I'm actually recording this almost near 9. So it's going to be like 8 hours for you guys. You guys have 8 more hours to be able to summon for Furina. I recommend that vastly over these banners. 1, we have gaming here. He is really good. 2, we have Noelle here. She is pretty good with the Furina, right? And then 3, we have Rosaria, which people will defend, even though I don't really find a use for her. She's kind of mid. But yeah, Furina is the character you summon for. There is no question. Now that that's out of the way, if you already have C2 Furina, because I'd recommend that over summoning on these 2 characters. So yeah, basically, the reason why I just don't think this is a good idea to summon for these characters is 1, we have Natlan right after this update. I don't think summoning on this update is really wise at all, unless you're summoning for Emily, who is the new character, who may be useful in Natlan with the burning, maybe. We'll have to see. Because, like, if you look at it, Baiju released... Oh, let me go look. I might be able to... So here we have a website that I use constantly to keep track of the banners. It has a history of every single banner in this game. We could see that near the end of the 3.0 series, we saw Baiju release. Now, Baiju had tremendous value once Furina released. And I doubt, because Baiju is a support character, so I doubt that Chloride is going to be that kind of character in 4.7, right? I doubt that she's going to be that type of character, but yeah, 4.6, sure. You know what? Actually, it lines up. Arlecchino is going to be God. All right, but no, seriously, though, you can see, like, sort of these... You know, like, it's happened a couple times. Like, Kazuha, he released, nobody, like, people were kind of underrating him. I'm gonna be honest. When I was playing, I did not see people talk very kindly of Kazuha. People did not, you know, like Kazuha. But right after 2.0 released, everybody started loving Kazuha because they realized, hey, this character works great with Kazuha. And then also this character works great with Kazuha. So, like, you know, he's here and he's on, like, the last update, right? And he's, you know, buffing, you know, this character. So I could see, you know, Segway or Emily being really, really crucial to possibly, you know, a couple of the core teams. I might legitimately summon for Emily purely because of that. Because I am kind of like, you know, Segway, she's kind of like replaceable with, like, Kokomi, sort of. Not exactly, but at the same time, I struggle to figure out how Segway's gonna fit in. But Emily, she's based on Burn, and we have the Pyro Archon coming up. It's a little bit of a weird coincidence, I'm just saying. Like, I think Emily might actually be pretty good, but this is all speculation. I have no proof whatsoever on this. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, just these end of update characters or end of, I don't know, update line characters. Yeah, that's a website that I like using quite a bit because they always... It's all correct, dude. Like, you have the dates. It's amazing. It's amazing. I will link it in the description, maybe, if I remember. I kind of lost my train of thought there. But, like, these 2 characters, just, I don't really, like, we have Natlan coming up. We have, you know, Emily possibly coming up. Like, I can understand if you summon for Emily, but I don't think anybody should be summoning for this update, right? Like, personally, I'm just banking on Emily being good in, you know, the whole thing. So I am hoping, but we'll see. And just like, yeah, these 2 characters, one, I want to say right now, Nilou, she needs Hydro and Dendro characters. So her buffs are already limited. And then you realize how, like, weird her team is, right? So, like, her team is already limited, but then she buffs Bloom only. Like, you have to have a weird team. You have to have a healer on the team because there's no one who, like, just protects you from Bloom damage, right? It just doesn't happen, doesn't exist. And, yeah, that's basically my issue with Nilou. I just don't think that she's going to get buffed. And I think, you know, Natlan is going to push power creep further, right? I don't think that we're going to slow down on power creep. That's not how the game really works. I think we're going to get Nevi, and he's going to be like... I feel like we're going to get Nevi 2.0, who pops his E-skill, does, like, the Nappa finger, you know... all right, this is going to sound real... Nappa just, like, flips his finger up and blows up a city. I feel like that's how we're going to see Natlan characters. That's actually might happen. That would be basically the improved version of Navia. I'm just expecting power creep to be pushed further from Natlan, and I just don't think these characters who are already sort of, not really like the craziest characters are worth summoning for, you know, assuming that, right? I don't have to say much about the 4 stars. They're just all bad. Kirara is the best one out of these by far. Like, absolutely. Cave, he's a weird sub version of Nilou that just doesn't really do much other than that. Cave is just not really crazy at all. You have literally the character right next to him who is just being better than him. Sure, she's a 5-star, but why would you use Cave still? Like, he kind of, even Hyper Bloom, I'm pretty sure, is around the same, or at least better. Maybe it might be better. That would be embarrassing, but it might actually be better than his team. So we have Ningguang also, and Ningguang just kind of isn't really there. She just isn't a high damage dealer. She generates some energy, and just no. I'm sorry. It's a no from me. But yeah, Kirara, she at least has some use with that Dendro Shield being able to absorb Bloom Cores, right? There is some use to it. If you can get it to work and you like Kirara, then go ahead. You know, you have a whole bunch of HP with other characters. But yeah, basically Kirara is actually the only decent one here. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Did I talk about the weapon meta? Weapon meta is just pretty bad. There's nothing really good on it other than Zyphos. Bye.